And we are thrilled to have Logan Allen of the Cleveland Indians joining us here today on the Kenny and JT Show. Left-handed pitcher for the Indians, going to try and make this starting rotation. Logan, thanks for making time for us. Give me an early indication of how things are going in spring training there in Goodyear, Arizona for you.
Awesome, Kitty. It's been amazing. Camp's running smoothly. It's good to be back. Obviously COVID makes it a little more difficult to be around all the guys and Tito and the team sometimes, but it's been awesome. Camp's been fun. All the positive vibes out here from everybody. It's been a good camp so far, not only just for me, but for a lot of guys.
Last year was such a crazy year with the pandemic. How, though, has last year and what you went through being with the team and at the alternate site prepared you maybe for this year with the pandemic, not knowing what to expect, even though we're hearing maybe 10,000 fans might be at the home games there at Progressive Field?
Wow. Well, 10,000 fans would definitely feel like 30,000 compared to what we had last year. So, it was a different year, but it was also really good for me. Obviously being an alternate site warrior, going up, down, kept everything a little, how do I say it? You never knew what was going to happen, really. So, like, there was days I'd show up getting ready to throw 5 innings, and I'd get a text, "Hey, come to the field, you're being activated." And then you go out there and, at one point I sat for 14 days before getting in, or, 12 days before getting in. So it was definitely, learning, my body. And that's when a lot of the lost 35 pounds and, being able to be at the alternate site and really work on stuff and go through the process I've gone. I mean, last year we went from, starting to figure out what mechanics put me in the best positions. And then I went to I only slid, I was in the slide step for probably the second half of the year, the entire time, because that was the best position I got in, and learning a slider and learning a better slider, and being able to refine my pitches to the point where, I came into camp this year and I'm ready, man. Like it's go time. I've been pretty unbelievable thus far, and knock on wood, we keep that thing rolling. But it was a good thing. You were able to, learn to adjust to unorthodox situations. And, it's put me in a really good position, and I'm just really looking forward to this upcoming season.
I know the team's high on you as well. Thrilled to have you after getting you in that trade, that 3-team trade a couple of years ago. I look at your stats. You're a starter by nature, right? That's the ideal goal, to be a starter. But my question is this: would you be okay making the major league roster if you're not an everyday starter, every fifth day starter, being that long guy and spot starter as opposed to the minor leagues?
Yeah, absolutely. I told Tito and all of them, it's about the team first. And I put myself in a position where, a lot like this starting rotation is phenomenal. And, I've been throwing really well, so have others. And if, it's just one of those things where they see me better as that 4 or 5 starter, great. And if it's, hey, we see you better here in this long reliever spot start, sometimes you have double headers kind of thing. Like, I'm all for it. And last year was my adjustment period to learning, really learning how to throw out of the pen. I did it a little bit with San Diego, but that was I'd never done that before in my entire career, come out of the bullpen. So it was nice to really get adjusted and honestly just see where my stuff's at now, where it plays. It plays against really good hitters. And, the hard part in this adjustment process is, I haven't made a single start with the Indians as a major league starter. I haven't started yet, and not saying that I deserved it or didn't deserve it. It's just I put in the work, and it's time to put myself in a position where I can start for the team. And if the best thing for the team right then is for me to be the long guy or a reliever or whatever it is, I'm ready to do it, and I'm beyond excited and motivated to attack it.
Logan Allen, our guest here on the Kenny and JT Show via the Wake and Way hotline. Logan, what's it mean to have a Cy Young Award winner now on the staff that you can pick the brain from, as well as Carl Willis, who has developed multiple Cy Young Award winners?
Having Beebs is awesome. And having him out here most of the offseason with me was amazing. Going with him, seeing him work, it's amazing. And you think Shane Bieber is one of the most humble guys on the planet, and takes his time every day to go out of his way to, not even go out of his way, because it's just how he is as a person, to talk pitching, check on everybody, go watch people throw. And having him around has definitely elevated my game, as it has others. And you see it. And that's the kind of player I want to be. I throw with Zach Plesac every day, and we feel like our throwing program and how we attack the day, bleeds on other players and it gets them involved where, that's just how Shane Bieber is as a player and as a person. And having him in the clubhouse is not only a dominance on the mound, but it's an amazing guy in the clubhouse.
And what about Carl, knowing that you can trust your pitching coach because of what he's done, his track record, his resume?
His resume is impeccable. I love Carl. Carl's awesome. Carl has been a tremendous help the entire offseason, as well as Ruben Niebla and the minor league, the minor league side, Joel Mangrum, Joe Torres, Owen Goodyear, AA pitching coach, Rigo Beltran, like all those guys. Everybody's connected. Everybody's on the same page. Everybody is attacking and doing everything they can to help, not only get me to where I am now and farther, like other players, and really care about their players. You can tell Carl cares. You can tell everybody cares about this pitching staff and this team. And it's been a privilege having Carl and Ruben as pitching coaches.
What's the mindset in the clubhouse, Logan Allen? Because as I look, I'm learning the roster because there are a lot of new faces in different places with this team. I just looked at it. Kluber, Bauer, Clevenger, Carrasco were the guys a few years ago, and they're gone. Lindor, Santana, so this is, a young club, a new club coming together. But as Chris Antonetti has told us, they expect to compete in the division and for a World Series championship. So what's the mindset in the clubhouse with a bunch of new guys trying to come together and maintain the level of play the Indians have had in the recent years?
Nothing changes, man. I mean, we are a very motivated team, and we expect to be in the playoffs. We expect to be competing like that. And, the difference is you have, Cookie, Clev, Frankie, all these great players that we had. But you know what? It's time for the young guys to step up. I mean, we have a tremendous amount of talent on this team, a tremendous amount of positivity in the clubhouse. It's all amazing. Like, we have a very young team. People are sleeping on it. And yeah, we're going young, but like, our Cy Young Award winner is 25 years old.
Right.
Stack's 25, 26. I mean, me and T-Mac are 22, 23. Saval, I mean, we have a tremendous roster that people are, I don't want to say not acknowledging, but maybe sleeping on a touch because, we're younger, and I get that, but they're going to be very surprised here this season when the young guys get comfortable in the big leagues and continue to do the things they've done for a long time. That's what makes the Indians so good. And it's just our clubhouse. We're excited, we're motivated, and it's just trusting ourselves and, staying locked into every day and every game and every inning and every pitch.
All right. For our Indians fans out there that don't know a lot about Logan Allen, but you're hoping that they'll learn about you this season. But for the purposes of right now, maybe having seen you, give them a scouting report. If you're breaking down Logan Allen, the pitcher, what would you say in the scouting report?
Well, after this offseason, you're going to see a lot of confidence. You're going to see me attacking hitters, especially with the fastball up in the zone, attacking hitters, getting ahead of hitters. This new slider, being able to throw it both sides of the plate, back foot to a righty for a punch-out pitch. And I've always had this plus changeup I've had for a long time. It's been phenomenal. For me, it's just attacking the hitters and knowing that my stuff and the work that I got that put me here is going to get hitters out. And I'm going to do everything in my power to keep this same routine, mindset, and everything. Like, I used to just say just the bulldog mentality. That's gotten to me gotten my success to the point where it did, that got me in the big leagues before I got to the Indians and really refined everything and learned all about my, pitching and analytics and stuff like that. Like now I feel like it's awoken a monster because I already have that mindset, the right confidence, the mindset, and now I have the stuff to go along with it. Like I just want the fans to be excited because not only is my stuff going to be, improved and as electric as I see it now being in this season, but that's the whole roster. Like that's how everybody feels right now.
All right, I'm going to go with real quick before we let you go. Allen's favorites in the media guide. Favorite movie, Joker. Joaquin Phoenix, how good was he in that movie? I know he won the Academy Award, but give me your movie critic review of him in that movie.
It was unbelievable. I didn't know what to expect coming in because I'd heard family, it's this is that. I loved it. I was hooked. I really did, and that's why last year when Bart asked your favorite movie, people put like Sandlot and stuff like that. I was like, dude, that just the acting in that movie alone, because I am a big Batman fan, you know, the Marvel, Avengers, all that stuff. I love it. So the DC Comics. So it was a phenomenal flick. And in fact, that reminds me, we got to finish that when I get home. Girlfriend hasn't seen it yet.
Nice. Get a chance to watch it again. I love the scene, him coming down the steps, dancing, just, you know, to the music and everything like that, was just a remarkable performance by him in that movie.
Outstanding. It's become art pieces, video pieces now. I've been using it. It's really a good film.
And I see your favorite player growing up. One of them was Chipper Jones of the Atlanta Braves. So did you watch a lot of Braves baseball then on TBS? Is that what you got to see?
I did. So growing up in Asheville, the closest team to us was the Atlanta Braves, and I was a huge Chipper Jones, John Smoltz fan. You know, my local, you know, travel ball and like coach I grew up with around was Darren Holmes, who it was really close to Smoltzy and Chipper. So it was, you know, it made it even more so that I loved watching him play. And, you know, I still get chills thinking about, you know, I went to a game at Turner Field. I used to love Turner Field, and, you know, seeing Chipper hit a homer, it was always just majestic. He was definitely my favorite position player growing up.
All right, I want you to be honest with me. I'm going to give you an impression right now and give me either a thumbs up or a thumbs down on this. You ready?
Ready.
Skip Carey here on TBS. Coming up tonight after the game, it'll be the Charles Bronson Marathon. It'll be Death Wish 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right after the game, stepping into the box now, Larry Chipper Jones. What do you think?
Unbelievable. I have chills right here because that's all we would watch like at home. It was always TBS Sports. It was Braves on as much as we could.
No doubt. Hey, Logan, thanks for the time. Thanks for the thumbs up on that. We'll talk again maybe throughout spring training, but definitely during the season. Best of luck to you, and have a great spring, and we look forward to seeing you at Progressive Field.
Awesome. Thank you, Kenny. Look forward to talking soon.
Logan Allen checking in with us here today on the Kenny and JT Show. Back with more right after this. Thanks, Logan.
Thanks, Kenny.